Shirley Evans. Finally got this video thing going, but I don't know if you guys going to be able to see it. But anyway, just wanted to talk to you all about self. And when I think about the discussion on this week about how Jesus related to self and how that the people would hate the disciples as they hated him, I think Jesus was warning us that people are not going to accept us for being like him, trusting in his word, or even trying to spread the word about him to them. And when I think about self, and I think about the secular setting, even where Paul was talking about to the church of Corinthians, I think about where in Matthew 16 and around the 26th verse where it says, what profit a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul? And I think today so many people are indulging into themselves in the world that they are profiting from the world, but they're losing their own soul. That means that they're doing all different types of self-pleasures. They satisfying self. They satisfying other people instead of satisfying themselves in the Lord. And if we go on into Matthew the 26th, around the 30th verse, where it's talking about love yourself as you love your neighbor, I think the world would be a better place if we knew how to love ourselves, if we knew who created us, what he put in us, what he put inside of us. And if we love ourselves like Jesus loved us, as God loved his only son, that he gave his only son to the world, his only begotten son. So that is love. And I think if we have that love that Jesus so often described in the Bible, we will love ourselves. And we will love the things that Jesus requires for us and not what the world requires for us. And if we love ourselves, like we said, we love ourselves, we hold on to the commandment, love yourself, love your neighbor as yourself, that it includes the person next door, but that means your coworker. That means that man that may cut you off on the expressway. So your neighbor is people that we surround ourselves around each and every day, regardless of how they treat us. We still have to know how to treat them. And we can't get caught up in what self on it. We have to get caught up what God says in his word that we're supposed to be doing when it pertaining to us. So I think if we go back and we reflect on the commandments, one, like I just stated, love yourself as your neighbor. That means treating people how we want to be treated. We need to learn how to treat ourselves how Jesus would treat us. And if we learn how to love ourselves as God loved his only begotten son, and we learn about who we are in ourselves, we'll be able to treat other people how God wants us to be treated. So we got to learn how to investigate and evaluate self in Jesus' word. So that's what I think self is. And going back to the secular world, what profit a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul? Your self-pleasure, does it profit you? Do you gain anything from it? And what done in Christ, that's the only thing that's going to last.